Hi guys, my name is Benjamin Smith, and this is my Ignite presentation. Today we're going to be talking about DACA, otherwise known as the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals immigration policy here in the U.S. First off, what is DACA? DACA is a United States policy that was created as a protection for immigrants who had been brought to America at a younger age. It serves as a shield from deportation and a way to earn citizenship in the United States quicker. With the DACA policy, undocumented immigrants are able to earn working wages and early educations such as high school educations, high school GEDs, and college educations. Now let's talk about Dreamers. Who are they? Dreamers are frequently referred to as DACA recipients, and some requirements may include being under the age of 31 as of June 15, 2012, entering the U.S. before the age of 16, or currently being enrolled in a school or high school. Now, before we jump into the more detailed aspects of this policy, I first wanted to preface the policy by just saying who created it, why they created it, when they created it, and how they created it. Former President Barack Obama introduced this policy. He had a hard time getting Congress to come to an agreement on the immigration policy, so he decided to take it upon himself. And I think this is mostly due to the non-bipartisanship of the Congress at that time. How was the policy introduced? In response to the failure of the DREAM Act legislation to pass both houses of Congress, President Obama initiated the DACA immigration policy on August 15, 2012. And this was mostly due to the non-bipartisanship, like I said. Now I'm showing this photo here to kind of show you the symbolism of what needed to happen in that time period to make things more efficient. I think if that would have happened, it would have been way smoother and it would have been taken by the public way better. How did America react? Right off the bat, Americans were not happy with how Obama had created the policy. They believed it was rushed, not fair, and some went as far to say Obama's actions were unconstitutional. Now, on the other hand, immigrants had begun to show an optimism that no one had ever seen before. I mean, we had thousands of kids, surges in immigration. More and more children were hitting the U.S.-Mexican border in hopes of a new life, a new journey. Now, I want to move into the pros and cons of this policy, because I know there were plenty on both sides, and Americans really expressed that throughout the whole legislation process of this policy. A DACA advantage would certainly include work experience. As a DACA recipient, you're automatically able to receive temporary work permits. This allows kids to become better thinkers, better employees, and better individuals as a whole. Another DACA advantage could include higher educational attainment. You must have graduated high school, passed a GED exam, or currently be enrolled in or attending some sort of school, and this alone has encouraged more undocumented youth to pursue education in America. Now, one of the main disadvantages of DACA is most certainly social division. You already know, as Americans, if we can't agree upon one thing, it'll never go unnoticed. The amount of conflict that this issue has already brought America is quite large. Job and education termination have become a very big risk, especially with President Trump's abrupt rescinds on some of the immigration legislation. By losing the DACA program, hundreds of thousands of undocumented youth could be subject to immediate deportation. Now, is the policy still alive? Well, we know on December 4th, 2020, a New York federal court ordered that the policy be reinstated to its original form. We also know that the Biden administration plans to hold the policy in place for all undocumented immigrants. My thoughts after weighing out the pros and cons, I just feel that personally, if I was searching for a new life or a new start, I would just hope that America would treat me with the same welcoming and compassionate values that they preach to their own citizens. Now, I spoke with my mother about how she feels about the crisis at the border. Her answer often looped back to the question of how will the children grow up? It made me think about the environment and the communities that these young immigrants are running from. Now, I want you to ask yourself, do children deserve better? Their education, their experiences, and their lives, it all matters. And I want you to think about just how bad some of these children are living. And I leave you with this last photo, not only because it's inspiring, but I see different individuals fighting for the same thing. And I think that is what we need to do more of. Thank you, and this was my Ignite presentation.